my thought process was, to getting back to what you're saying, my thought process was women weren't going to be comfortable coming to me because I'm a male.
Right.
So it was a part of the course, though. So I figured I'd take it anyways, and learn it. And if I get something out, I get something out of it. After taking that course, I put the service out there, got quite a few clients real quick, and I realized women don't care as long as we're addressing the issue that they're concerned about.
Right. But you got,
You're down there.
Let's just put, you're a well put together man. You look like a big teddy bear.
I appreciate
that.
Yeah.
It might have played to my benefit. I also know, to an extent, it also has been restricting too. I've had plenty of times where potential clients reached out to me. They love the work that they see. They're really interested in the service. But do you have a woman that works for you? Because of, their level of comfort, or it's their religion, right? Oh. I've had quite a few Muslim clients reach out to me that wanted the service but didn't make appointments because I'm the only person at the time operating. So, I have had a little bit of struggle with that. I'll be just completely honest. When it comes to stretch marks, there's just really no other resolve. When you start talking about lasers, when you start talking about microneedling, these things just don't work, and then you talk about what I do and how nuanced it is. They're just like, I don't care what you look like. If I can get results, I'm paying, So
100%.
It's been great in that aspect. But being a male, it does come with its, set of boundaries you got to really operate within, And it's one thing I tell male trainees that come in, like, first and foremost, those clients' level of comfort is priority. Mm-hmm. If it's going to be their comfort or performance, I'm taking comfort over performance.
Sure.
It would be great if I got both, which I believe I do. But, 100%, because last thing I want to do is come off as some creep who wants to be around girls,
Yeah.
We do the same thing, right? Right, Marvin? I mean,
Yeah.
we have maybe 40% of our clientele is female.
Yeah.
How do you deal with that in Scottsdale?
The good thing for us, it's obviously on their head, opposed to being, stretch marks a little low, little private areas, but it's they don't mind as long as, like you said, you address the issue, we get time, it's a comfortable setting, doors open. I still have other people working in the office. I leave the door open. I mean, it's, and once they kind of talk to you and it's over pretty quick, and they're pretty happy. So.
And with my track record, that helps now. But early on, I was just figuring it out. And mind you, I learned from female practitioners, right? So when we were in training, one of our clients specifically, she, we're working on her glutes, right? So her butt's exposed. She's just in her underwear, right? And just doing her thing. And I get it. That's how they operate. And in the beginning, I did the same thing. And then later when I'm looking back at content, I'm like, what am I doing? I got to give them a little bit more comfort to this. So then became more of a coverage. Only one side is exposed at a time, when it comes to working with the chest, because I work with stretch marks and, right up to the areola and stuff too,
Now, do you do scars too?
Yeah, so plenty of times I'm
like
working
implant
with
scars and 100%. Things like that?
I could be working with lipo scars, so under the glutes, right at the top of the butt, the sides. I'm working with implant scars. It could be anything from like what they call like an anchor, so it's like the line and the vertical line and the line underneath, right? Or lollipop, where it's like the vertical line and around the areola. Their comfort's a big thing. They're going to be fully exposed in some situations. There's sometimes I just can't fully cover like the areola because the scar's right on top of it, So professionalism is a major key for myself.
And that's all we've ever heard about you. We actually met Sean at a PMU World, which is a huge PMU event held right now specifically in Miami. It probably will change from there. But lots of people. And while we were there, Marvin, Sean, and I, we were probably 3 of 5 males in a room full of 1,000 females, which sounds like a dream, yes. But there are some specific things that we have to look out for because, we are men stepping into a world that's been primarily female for so long. We have to be very careful and mindful, just like you have to go above and beyond to make sure that the woman feels comfortable on your bed, whereas a female probably doesn't care as much.
Yeah, there's more, there's a lot of differences the way they can interact with each other. And maybe sometimes I'm, taking it to a level that doesn't really need to be, but I'd rather be there. You know what I mean? That's one thing I stepped in this industry was like, hey, like I'm under a microscope, even though the service that I conduct was actually created by a male, it is predominantly female clientele, and definitely in an industry that's predominantly female practitioners or artists, right? So once I started to get the upward trajectory that I have, I'm like, there's people that are first going to not be liking that because I'm a male stepping into this female space, and just waiting for me to fuck up, and expose that. And I've always thought about it too. Like, imagine if I had this opportunity at like 22, I would have messed that all up. You know what I mean? So,
we can't do nothing right at 22, yo. So when you start dating somebody, and
How do they
you
deal
have
with this?
your phone, which is 90% naked butts. Like, how do you address this? How do you say, hey, babe, like, don't worry?
Again, the client's sitting there in that level of comfort, right? So the photos are taken from there too, right? Okay. So it's only like half a glute exposed. They still have their, their undergarments on, stuff like that. When it's like taking something on the top, especially if I can't even cover it, like cover the areola with, like, say, a pasty, we're still putting like a cotton round over it. It's being held with like like a cotton stick, stuff like that. So it's not like I had just access tops and bottoms all over the place. And from the get, in reality, it's once start dating somebody and say, hey, you got to realize what I do. I'm with a woman now, that I hope is the last. And
you guys look cute as shit, by the way.
Thank you.
I mean, Marvin and I have been following you guys too. You guys post a good amount
you creeping
too.
On us, Ria?
I'm creeping. I'm creeping. I mean, we all need something to attain here. You guys always go on cool trips. Your family's beautiful. Your daughter is amazing.
Thank you.
And I don't know if everyone knows this, but we're 3 girl dads here.
Yes,
so
sir.
I mean, geez, we're getting the trifecta.
We all must have did something wrong, huh?
Right?
One thing is like, hey, you met me doing this, right? So I'm going to do everything I can within my power to make sure that you're comfortable understanding like what I do and that I keep it professional.
Yeah.
But you got to understand, I'm going to be around women, in this career for as long as I'm in it. So if I feel like if I have to start restricting myself, if I have to feel like I have to start, putting a filter on myself and my business, it's going to start hindering my business. And in the long term, that's going to weigh on the relationship because then I could start missing opportunities. I might, reject myself from a potential opportunity because I'm trying to, make sure she's 100% comfortable. And the big thing is communication. Like, just know from the get, everything I do is for us and I'm going to never jeopardize that. So luckily, she's a very great woman and very understanding for that. And, has only supported me. So I'm very happy to be with, with that situation.